Yes, but I'm not lying when I said that I completed the nine. No, not the nine. Freaking, I completed the Dead of the Night's Easter egg, my third game ever. I'll leave that link in the description, but today we're just gonna talk about the map in general. And when I put it in the description, when I say in the middle, I really mean it because I feel like it's a type of controversial map when it's not too good and it's not too bad at all. It kind of fits in the category of being like a middle of a map. I say this it's because of its mechanics of what I encountered when it was my first gameplay, and then the second gameplay, I forgot what I did, and then the third gameplay, that's when I finally did it. I beat the Easter egg. But my first reaction was big. It was just the whole map was so big, and it made sense because it was a mansion. Mansions are always big because Alistair's like freaking rich as any other man. But yeah, I have only like certain complaints. It's just there isn't no max ammo around. I don't understand why it doesn't have a max ammo around. It could be the vampires have the max ammo around, or the wolves can have a max ammo around. I don't know why we don't have it. I feel like it's ridiculous. It's just basically what Voyage has. Voyage of the Spirit has no max ammo rounds. I don't understand why, but they could have done it, but you know they didn't. Because right now I see the vampires as being very, very, very annoying because they're basically like jumping jacks from Black Ops 2 Die Rise, but they're always on your tail. They're just way, way annoying than dogs. I say like just a little bit more annoying just because they can actually do like a lot of damage towards you while like there's zombies there. But the dogs are also annoying as well, but it's like I don't know. The werewolf, he's pretty easy if you have the silver bullets or not. Just use the Mog, and that guy's out. But I will be getting to round 50 and see like how hard it is if it's to get into high round in that in general. But I saw Noah's stream; he got the round 52, and that's amazing. The wonder weapon, Alistair's fully. I kind of don't like it anymore because it takes three. No. It only takes like 2 upgrade quests just to get like the full potential of the wonder weapon. I don't get it. Like, it's cool that we have different varieties. I felt like ooh, it was just gonna be like, you know, something like the Rise and Draw Hog crap when you just have the regular Alistair Foley's and then you can have 2 different upgrade paths. But no, it was not like that at all. It's just you upgrade it once, it adds another effect, and then when you upgrade it again, it adds 2 more effects. There's 4 different effects in total in the Alistair's Annihilator. You got the one where you shoot, there's these it's like a green circle on the floor that makes zombies like ignore you. Like, you shoot it, there's a green circle, zombie run past it, they'll get like green eyes and they won't hit you, they'll just completely ignore you and then they get insta-killed. And the second one is when you shoot on the ground and it creates like how do I say, the tornado effect, like the wind staff in Black Ops 2 and 3 Origins. And the third one is basically when you shoot it on the ground, it's gonna be like a green portal, but it's gonna suck all the zombies in and kill them. And then the fourth effect is when you shoot it at the ground and there's gonna be this red ball, lava, or whatever, that's gonna do damage against zombies. I would have find it perfect if it was different upgrade quest. Like, you can have one different Alistair's wonder weapon for each effect. But no, it's just basically you need to get Alistair's Annihilator to have all 4 of those effects. I feel like it's pretty stupid. I feel like they should have just made it separate to each gun. Like, each gun should have those effects. Oops, sorry about that. But yeah, it should be like Alistair's Annihilator should have the freaking fire effect, or yeah, the red ball effect. And it could be Alistair's Chaos, that it could be like the tornado effect. Alistair's Theory could be, I don't know, the one where it shoots the ground and it makes zombies heads green and they ignore you. And the other one, it's when it teleports you, sucks you, all that. I feel like they could have done that, but no, they decided to make one simple wonder weapon that you don't need to pack a punch for, which I'm kind of surprised because it's statistically weak if it takes more than one shot to injure a zombie. I find that pretty ridiculous, but it's there for a reason. So yeah, I couldn't say anything else. But yeah, that's another thing that I see, that they should make a separate upgrade quest for different versions of the Alistair's Folly instead of making the wonder weapon until making one wonder weapon that has 4 effects, and you have to hold charge it three or four different times to get the effect that you specifically need. What else? Not the pack-a-punch. Or yeah, getting the pack-a-punch quest. It's kind of a little bit tedious when you have to do the vase steps. I get it about each of the vase of their simple quests. You got one about the clocks. You got to find 3 different clocks. One with the perks. You got to look for 3 different perks. And the other one is when you have to look for either a scroll, a freaking rope. It's something else. I don't know what's the third thing. And the rest of the 4 are just paintings. I feel like it's stupid, but they could have just put it and have like 3 portraits or 3 of those previous items. It could be the rope, or I don't know what I just said, but before that I just freaking lost my head. But yeah, the layout, I found the layout pretty great. It's not too big and it's not too complicated, because when it took me a while to find the shield, I figured out that each spot, each shield location has its own territory. So the library, it's when one part of the shield is there. The right side, I don't know what's the right, I don't know what's the right side of the spawn is from, but it's, I think, crap, I got really like bad memory, because I just played this map for the 3rd time, so I can't remember every single detail. But when you get to the Sentinel artifact, there's like a part there, and freaking what else? I think it's the Masters. Yeah, the freaking Masters. No wait, I'm kind of being stupid right now because I don't remember the whole thing. But yeah, getting the pack-a-punch up quest is kind of tedious a little bit because of that 3rd thing I said, because it has 7 different things you can possibly see through the stone, those 3 items or the 4 paintings. I feel like that's annoying. They should just remove that and just make it towards the 4 paintings, because I feel like it's more easier to remember. But each game is randomized, and I don't like that. Because of the perks. I don't like it how the perks are different around. I feel like they should just set the perks out where they are. The only 2 perks that never move is Danu. Danu's is always going to be right behind when you activate the Sentinel artifact. And there's this one perk. It's where the cemetery is. But keep in mind, that perk is always going to be there, but it's not going to be the same perk as every game. So one game, when you go to the cemetery, it could be a raw perk. If you go there, another game in the cemetery, it could be an Odin perk. But yeah, the perks are randomized. So there's only like 3 different locations that the perks can be. So yeah, so technically there's freaking 6 or 7 different locations, because we're only counting like 3 perks that or I should say 2 perks that moves around, because one perk, Danu, always stays across from an artifact, and the 2nd perk always stays at the cemetery. So you basically got 2 perks that randomizes around, including the one in cemetery. I don't like that at all. They could have just made it to like how they did for other games. They can just put the perk there, and just they can randomize. I don't care if they randomize, but I feel like it's perfect if they stay in one location instead of moving around, because that's just too much of a hassle. And if you get down, if you don't remember the specific perk you got to, now you gotta like run around the whole map. I get it if they're trying to make it difficult, but don't make it so freaking confusing. And there's so much parts for stuff, for getting the silver bullet, basically you need the silver bullet to do some of the requirements, which I find it stupid, but it's there and it's put there for a reason. what else is there? The Easter egg. So, we're getting into it. So the Easter egg. I would sort of rate this Easter egg somewhere for a 7 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. Because doing the Easter egg is like something that's not new for like people that played other character games. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like when I was doing it, it wasn't something that new to me, because you had to do 3 different challenges to get stones, and you got to connect those stones to hold in and enter the boss fight. But doing those challenges weren't too hard at all. They were just somewhat easy. It's just every last part of everything you had to go through a lockdown to survive a horde of zombies, kill werewolves, and you get the part. So the night step was pretty weird. It was wonky. So was the other two. The one with the cross with the tree things, and the other one with the with the telescope thing. I found those pretty wonky. But yeah, it's there. But yeah, I like it how if you go through each of the, a lockdown, and it gives you a max ammo. I found that pretty neat. And the boss fight itself. So like when I found out, I don't know if you guys are pretty late to the party, but the boss, you can literally complete the boss fight. You can even watch, like I said, I'll link down my gameplay of it in the description. You can basically defeat the werewolf in 5 minutes if you have the steak knife, because the steak knife is pretty powerful when you melee the werewolf on his chest, and that's pretty much it. I thought it was gonna be like when I said earlier, when I made a video earlier comparing how the Black Ops 4 Blood of the Dead's boss fight Brutus compares to Zetsubo Noshima's boss fight Takeo. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you guys want to check that out. But I felt like before I knew all this, I felt like the boss fight was gonna be really hard. I thought I was gonna play with a group of people. No, I basically soloed my way up to the boss fight. I did it flawlessly with no downs at all, because Dying Wish and implants are such a crutch I used in that thing. I want to give a shout out to Glitch and MrRoflWaffles for the guides. I'll leave their links in their channels to the description as well, because you guys should go check them out, because they're really good at explaining the Easter egg steps more in depth. I mean, especially for Glitch, because Glitch, he just goes on by nonsense, and so MrRoflWaffles goes more in depth in details. Good people, check them out. But yeah, the boss fight is pretty much easily. It has 3 phases. The phases were not too hard for me to handle, because, like I said earlier, it was nothing new that I'm like, I'm kind of like, this is like different. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. But no, each of the phases are simple. You line the statues until they turn green. Have the boss come to the green square. You melee it, and he goes bye-bye. And then you go through a lockdown type of phase. That it's the second phase. It's just gonna be zombies and then werewolves. Then back to the third phase is when there's no green circle, but you have to turn the statues to find where the green circle is. Align the other 2, get the werewolf there, melee it, and bam, that's how the boss fight is. It's just a quick and easy done. I felt like Treyarch should have added some big of a challenge. It does do a lot of damage to you. Like, I think if you go in its way, if it goes underground and hits you, I think it leaves you at 25 to 75 of health, I think, or 50, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it can almost basically one-hit you if you're taking more damage from anything else. It makes it difficult. But learning that, I felt like it was pretty ridiculous. I felt like Treyarch should have done something. I thought the Helion was gonna be like, the must gun that everybody needs. But no, you just need a steak knife it 5 times, and damn, he's gone. I don't know. I felt like Treyarch should have done, something different with this map. And the cutscene, like I said, it shouldn't be there. Like, I don't want to be like called out for something. This is my opinion. I felt like this cutscene in this map shouldn't be here at all to explain to us how Alistair was being captured and how his butler is being mind controlled. I'll make a separate video on that. But yeah, it was basically that the order took him. I don't know why they need to be more in depth on how he was taken, if we just know already from Voyage 9 that that Scarlet's father has been taken by the order, and that Bruno, Shaw, and Diego are his closest allies that you trust. So basically, you can connect the dots there. Maybe like Scarlet contacted them and they helped them, and that's what leads them to Voyage of Despair. I don't know. I just for the whole rating of this map, I want to give this sort of a 6, maybe a 7 out of 10, just because there is some things that are annoying, but I felt like Treyarch didn't have that much time or something, because I found out that the next DLC is going to be in February, so we have a long way right now to wait for the next DLC. I feel like somewhere in a couple of weeks time they should just update Dead of the Night, and this is all I want. I want for the stones to only show 4 paintings and not the other 3 things like the rope or the scroll. Make all the perks stay at one location, but they can move around. Like, it could be a different perk, but it should stay at the same location. Have a max ammo rounds. Doesn't matter if it's dogs or if it's vampires. Decrease the spawn of vampires. And that's pretty much it. That's all I require for Treyarch to do. If they can do that, I feel then I will go back and make another video of this new update and if it's good or not. But right now, I gotta give it a 6 out of 10. I feel like there's, you know what, 7 out of 10. I'm changing my mind to 7 out of 10 because there's some things that are annoying, there's some things that they should have changed, and there's something new, or not something new, it's just something that it's already there, but it shouldn't be there in the first place, but they should make quick little nudges and changes, and I feel like Dead of the Night would be somewhere like a 8, maybe a 9-ish map. But right now, I leave it as a 7 out of 10, because there's some things that Treyarch should just do to make it better. That's basically my opinion on it, and let me know what you guys think about Dead of the Night. If it's a good map, or it's a bad map, or if it's an okay map in the middle, like I said. Tell me why. I would like to read them. Check out all the videos in the channels I said previously in the description. Milo, Glitch, and my 2 videos about the boss fight, and me beating the Easter egg. My name is Senegus239, and have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen, and I am out. Peace.